Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make an interactive Easter wreath. I have this wreath that is a woven wreath out of wood, and I attached a green wire to the front around the top, and I actually put a little hook in at the top as well. I bought a wood cross and I painted it white and gold trim on one side, and on the other side I have painted it white, and I've sketched the words "He is risen" on the other side, in which I will actually wood burn later on in this adventure. So this is how it's kind of going to look on here. So it's going to hang like that, and then once Easter comes and Jesus has risen, you can actually lift the cross up and actually turn it around, and it will say "He is risen." I have also bought the fabric to hang on the cross. I bought a strip of black fabric and I rolled it together and actually put some Velcro on there, and I've actually attached some Velcro to the cross as well to be able to hang the different color fabrics. I bought a strip of black, a strip of purple, and a strip of white. So I'm going to begin now and show you what I'm going to do. I've also got some flowers that I'm going to attach to the front of the wreath too. I kind of got this wood plaque. I painted it at first, but I'm not really liking how it turned out. So I'm actually going to make it more florally, I guess, as we presume. So I'm going to start with that first, and I'm going to glue these little fake flowers on to this wood plaque that I actually painted that I'm not happy with. So this again is called revamping and reusing things that you have around the house and making it work for what you want it to work. So I like to use hot glue, as you all know. So I'm going to actually glue on the white flowers first. And again, I like to use hot glue the best. It just seems to hold a lot better from past experiences when I'm crafting. So there's our white flowers on there first. And you can see it kind of makes it more three-dimensional now. These are some purple flowers that I actually got at Hobby Lobby in a bin a while back. So I'm going to glue those on next. So as you can see, my wood board that I just had has now become three-dimensional. I'm going to leave the leaves down here that I painted green. I'm not going to do anything with those. So it kind of brings out that boldness in the project and kind of makes it a more three-dimensional design. So while that's drying, I'm actually going to wood burn over here now the letters "He has risen." And if you're not sure what wood burning is actually when you take this instrument called a wood burning tool and you burn into the wood. I made a video about it yesterday on my channel, so if you're not familiar how a wood burning tool works, feel free to look at that video as well. And I recommend that you write whatever you're going to put on the wood. First, draw it out, write it out, whatever, because if not, it can be a little tricky to be able to follow the design. I know it's a little bit hard to see here, but I'm actually handwriting out "He is risen" onto this tool with the wood burning tool. And yes, you will smell the wood burning because, again, it is a wood burning tool, and it actually makes it very unique. I would not recommend using a wood burning tool over paint. So if you notice on my cross, I did not paint where I was going to wood burn. That way I am not going over any paint and making any toxic fumes on here. I will go back after the project is done, or before I put it into the wreath. I will actually go back and paint around the wood burning with my white acrylic paint. This wood burning tool does get very hot, so you do need to be careful that you do not burn your fingers, because it can burn your skin, and it is very serious burn if you do get burned by it. You can also see the smoke that does come off as you're there. So that is how it looks once it is burned into the wood. So I'm actually going to turn the wood burning tool off, since I will not be using it anymore in this video. And again, that tip is very hot, so please be careful if you do use it. Next, I'm going to take some more flowers, and I'm going to add them to the wreath here. So I'm actually going to put the cross up out of the way for right now, and I'm going to actually move the flowers up out of the way for right now since they are drying. And I'm actually going to move my hot glue gun over, so that way I have better access to my glue gun closer to my wreath. So I'm actually going to take these purple flowers. I'm going to put the cross inside the wreath right now, so that way when I do position the flowers, I will be able to see the arrangement that I will be putting them in. So again, these are just some loose flowers that I came across one day. I want to say at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to put them in the wreath as so. No particular order of how I'm going to put them in. And I like to make three-dimensional wreaths so they stand out a little bit more when they're on your door. So that way it kind of projects a little bit more. And if you remember, in one of my videos, I actually used a stuffed pig and revamped a stuffed pig into a wreath. So again, it's just the perspective of to how you present your wreath. And to the type of materials that you use. You don't necessarily have to use the same flowers that I'm using. These are just some flowers that I actually had laying around the house. Again, because like I said, I bought a big thing of flowers not too long ago, a big bag, and they were like loose ends, flowers that I guess had been misplaced, taken apart, etc. at Hobby Lobby. So I've just kind of revamped them into my wreaths as I plan. And again, I like to use hot glue. Hot glue seems to stick the best in my projects. So this is how the wreath looks so far. So as you can see, the cross is hanging. And then the flowers that we just put on, I'm actually going to glue down here at the bottom onto the wreath itself. I'm not going to attach them to the cross because I want to be able to move that cross later on when it's time to turn it around. Get another glue stick here. The only thing I don't like about hot glue is that if you're not using the tool, the glue continues to melt, but you have to keep it warm in order for it to be hot glue. So I'm actually going to take these flowers that I made and I'm going to put them down at the bottom here. And again, this was like just like a little wood plaque that I had picked up, and it came with different variations of different little wood plaques along the way. And you'll see some of the other designs that I use with some of the designs that came in it. It actually was supposed to have a little truck. I think you're supposed to be able to put them in, but the truck was missing. So I actually got it at a better discount. So as you can see, this is how the wreath looks now. Let me move it back a little bit so you can kind of see. Okay, so we all know that on Christmas, or on Easter, sorry, not Christmas, on Easter, we do place the white cloth on the cross. So I'm actually going to show you how I'm going to do that. So with our cross here, I'm actually going to take it out and I'm going to turn it around to the He Has Risen, and I'm going to attach my Velcro to the back, not to the front. Even though there is Velcro in the front, I'm not hooking it to the front. I'm actually going to hook it to the back because I have Velcro on both sides. So just depending on which side the cross is on will be the side that you hook it to. And I'm kind of twisted a little bit here. Bring it through and around and hook it. So that way, when it does drape on the cross, you do not see the Velcro dots that are on that side. And that is how you make an interactive Easter cross. So if you want to see how I interact also with the other fabric, I will go ahead and put the different colors on just so you can see how that looks as well. So I will put the cross, flip the cross over. Again, I will put it through to the back side. And the black actually goes in on Good Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think it is Good Friday. So that's how it looks with the black on. And the purple goes in, actually, I might have gotten that wrong. Don't correct me on these. I may have gotten the times wrong, the colors wrong. So on this, the same thing with the purple. Again, hook it through the back, attach it to the Velcro. And again, there's your interactive Easter cross. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit the subscribe button and turn that bell on so you know when I make more videos and you can see these. Thanks for sharing. Have a great day.